Hello, my name is Max Jones, and I'll be talking to you today about why we consider COVID-19 to be a major economic event. COVID-19 was a virus that had a major impact on the Australian economy since COVID-19 landed in Australia in January of 2020. The government introduced new measures like the wearing of masks, social distancing, and commercial trading restrictions, and it's been quite devastating for the Australian economy. COVID-19 pandemic had such a devastating impact on the economy that the government provided subsidies and other payments to businesses and households. My source was telling me that during the course of the pandemic, more than 5,800 small businesses had to close. The pandemic caused a lot of people to be laid off their jobs and a pay decrease. The businesses with the lowest decrease was the transport, postal and warehousing business, with an annual percentage chance of 8%, and public administration and safety had an annual percentage change of negative 1.4%. I'm now going to describe to you three impacts: supply issues, loss of employment, and low cash rate. Let's start off with supply issues. Supply issues are the loss or failure of product supplies, the depletion of reserves, the inability to deliver product to the delivery location for any reason or other factors. The seller does not have enough of the product available at the delivery location to meet its aggressive sales obligations. Some examples of supplies that were impacted were shoes, women's fashion, and stationery are just some goods that Australian customers have struggled to buy in store and online. Since COVID-19 cases have dropped in Australia, retailers have warned Australian shoppers that the supply chain issues will continue for up to 18 months. Number 2, loss of employment. Loss of employment is a layoff lasting more than 6 months, an employment termination other than a dismissal for reason of voluntary separation or retirement, or a decrease in hours of more than 50% for a single employee for each month of a 6-month period. During COVID-19, we saw a lot of young people lose their jobs, and the unemployment rate for young people aged 15 to 24 was 16%. In August 2019, there were slightly over 2.6 million casual workers employed in Australia, making up 24.4% of all employees. In August 2019, the same month, Tasmania had the largest percentage of casual workers, 28.3%, while the Northern Territory had the lowest percentage of 21.1%. The COVID-19 epidemic had significantly repercussions for retail employees and caused tremendous damage to the Australian retail industry. Those in vital retail were put out in the front lines of crisis when the pandemic struck, with increased exposure to the virus and worried customers, while workers in non-essential retail lost employment and pay as a result of prolonged lockdowns. The cash rate. A lower cash rate encourages consumer spending and real estate investment in part through boosting household wealth and cash flow. A lower cash rate frequently causes the exchange rate to decline as well, increasing net exports and importing inflation. The cash rate was cut by the Reserve Bank Board twice in March 2020, once to to 0.25%, and again on November 3rd, 2020 to 0.1%. Businesses in the household sector as a whole saw an increase in cash flow as a result through the exchange rate. It has also benefited Australia's trade exposed sectors. Alright, now I want to be talking about the closure of business. Businesses and sectors ranging from retail to hospitality are being forced to shut down or scale back operations as a result of the exploding Omicron cases, because the workforces are being decimated by the employees getting sick or isolating, which is causing unprecedented disruptions during a non-lockdown period. That's 5 minutes, 6 minutes. That's it. My big clunky headphones. Damn. I just spoke for 20 seconds about nothing.